What's up, everybody? Y'all know what it is. It's your boy Vince Pass in the building for the podcast, The Chop. Y'all know what it is, man. On the Chop, we chop it up. We just talk about anything and everything, some real life issues. Let me be clear about something. This is a conversation show, okay? I'm not gonna sit here and tell you like I have a whole lot of people on here. I will be doing some interviews, things like that, you know what I mean, at some point in the near future. But for the most part, this show is a conversation show, okay? It's one man, one mic discussing his points of view and, just trying to get people to not say, join my train of thought, but more importantly, have some thought provoking conversations. So, like I said, my name is Vince Pass for the Chop. Also got a podcast that you can catch on Apple, Spotify, Google Music. I don't think it's Google Music anymore. I think it's just Play Music now. Spotify, like I said, iHeart. I have a podcast called One Voice, One Mic. You could definitely catch that. Shout out to everybody. What's up? My man POP is in the building tonight. Shout out to everyone that's just coming on. I know everyone had a long day at work today. Good, long, hard day. That's what we do. We get it in. And if you on Facebook right now, or if you on YouTube, all of your comments, if you type in the comment section in the live chat, we'll definitely be able to converse. I'll type you right back, or I will definitely talk about mention your comment during the conversation. So, again, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Vince Pass in the building. And also, too, I will be changing the time at which I'll be doing this podcast. I'm trying to go to 8 o'clock. Preferably, I may go to 6 or 7. All depends on what my time is looking like during the week. And I may actually change the day. I don't know. I'm figuring that out now. But right now, we here. We doing what we do. You hear? So, let's chop it up. So, listen, I want to talk about something real quick. First of all, I want to say shout out to my man DLB, Daryl Barksdale. You know what I'm saying? Gentleman I went to college with. He recently lost his son. I just want to give a shout out to you, man. Love you, man. Hope everything there's nothing you can say, for real. There's always going to be a hole left there, as a parent, you know what I'm saying, burying your child. So, shout out to you, DB. Shout out to my girl, Didi, who recently lost her husband. Shout out to you, Didi. Love you much. My old Westbury family in the building. Shout out to my dude, Big Sam, Gabe Frazier. You feel what I'm saying? Happy birthday to you, bro. You feel me? My big bro. Like I said, man, we have relationships that go 30, 40 years, man, and I'm just so grateful to actually have them and be allowed to do so. So I just want to give a shout out to my man Sam in the building. Oh, man, just shout out to everyone that's even watching tonight and maybe catch this later. So listen, let's chop it up. Tonight, I want to talk about the relationship gold rush. So what made me come with this podcast is a number of things. As I began to talk to my sister about relationships and her relationships, my relationships, things like that, I started to realize that, there's a gold rush going on. Like, everybody is in a rush right now to get into a relationship. And so I'm like, okay, if we that much of a rush to get into a relationship, let's talk about some things real quick that, we may have to put an outline to. So I want to read two things real fast that I printed off, okay? I want to talk about what I believe the definition of a real woman is. Okay, this is what I believe. And I seen this today, and I say, yo, this is dope. I need to read this. She needs no fancy clothes to make her look sexy. She needs no man by her side to make her look sturdy. She needs to tell no lies. Her honesty is in her beauty. She is smart in her head and courageous in her heart. Confident in herself and compassionate in her thoughts. Independent and able, strong and graceful. She is no ordinary woman. She is the real woman. And let me tell you something. Shout out to all of the women who I was raised by, from my sisters to my godmothers to my extended family to my cousins, you know what I mean? To all of you that are out there who played a major part in my life, that described all of you to a T. My cousin Litha, you feel what I'm saying? My Aunt Val, all of y'all described y'all to a T. Shout out to my boy Old Marvelous in the building. That's what's up. Old Westbury in the house. And so I wanted to start off the show by reading that. In my opinion, I believe that is a definition of a real woman, one who stands alone, independent, and is able to handle her business and don't need a man to stand by her side. Now, listen, not saying she doesn't want She doesn't need one to make her sturdy. Okay, let's Keep that in mind, all right? I'm not saying that she doesn't need one, all right? It's saying that she doesn't need a man to make her stand up. Now, I want to read something else. I want to read what a man wants, okay? A man with dreams needs a woman with vision. Let me be clear about that. A man with dreams needs need a woman with vision. Her perspective, faith, and support will change his reality. If she doesn't change you, then she's no good for you. Now I'm going to address that. Men who wants to stay ordinary will tell you not to have expectations of them. Men who want to be great will expect you to push them, pray with them, and invest in them. The source is unknown. So I want to talk about that for a second. I want to change the line in there, and I specifically took this and I said to myself, let me read this. And I want to talk about the part in here where it says, if she doesn't, scratch that. I read it wrong. It's supposed to be, if she doesn't challenge you. Her perspective, faith, and support will change his reality. If she doesn't challenge you, I should have my glasses on. That's what I should have had. See? Bam, bang. Maybe I need to put them on right now because I definitely missed the whole word. Thank you, cousin. I definitely missed the whole word there. I put change instead of challenge. So yeah, again, if she doesn't challenge you, okay, why do you have her? She is no good for you. Okay, and it's just facts. So I just read one paper that said the definition of a real woman, and on this paper I read what a man wants. Okay, it's not just about dreams; it's what a man wants. A man wants to be challenged. A man wants to feel as if, you feel what I'm saying, he's dealing with a woman with perspective and faith, and her support will change his reality. He wants to be challenged. He wants her to push her. You dig what I'm saying? And so any man that wants to be great got to know that the woman that he's dealing with, if she's not about that life like that, she's definitely not good for you. And I'm talking to all my people who are in relationships now, who are dealing in relationships that are, feeling like it's dead end and things like that. I'm not saying leave your mate. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying to you that, like my pastor has said recently, he said what worked in the last season may not work in this season. So you have to revamp things, okay? So all I'm saying to you, excuse me, all I'm saying to you is this, man, is that we have to get an understanding to know that relationships shouldn't be rushed. Okay, no matter what it is, like no matter what relationship it is, no matter who you're dealing with, no matter who you meet, it should not be rushed. But in this particular moment in time, when we had this level of separation, we could talk COVID, we could call it what we want, but it was a timeout. Bottom line, for all of you people that think that a plague didn't exist, we just came through a plague. All right. We just came through a plague. So when you begin to understand that your relationship shouldn't be rushed, okay, and you understand the particular time that we're in, you feel what I mean? You have to understand that we've been dealing with a level of anxiety. We've been dealing with a level of for some people being alone. Some people dealing with loneliness. Some people are dealing with depression, all because, again, they didn't have anyone to go through this particular time with, and of a whole year, basically 18 months. So now that, not 18 months, I'm sorry, a year, almost a year it is. And so now that everyone is coming back outside to play, you did what I'm saying? Everyone's coming back outside to play. Now all of a sudden, there's these relationship rushes. Like, man, we're trying to, I'm trying to latch onto a man. I'm trying to latch onto a woman. I'm trying to find this and find out that. And I got to tell you, I could not do this podcast if I was not giving testimony about Vince, because I too did the same thing. Okay. Because I was thinking in the place of loneliness instead of just being alone. So let's talk about that for a second. A lot of people are dealing with some relationship trauma. Let's be clear. Many people are still dealing with relationship trauma. Many people are still dealing with some other traumas too that during this time that they have not had time to deal with. Okay. And so And like my man Will said, it's never rushed. It's hard work. So let's talk about the difference of alone and loneliness. Alone is just not having someone present, but you still have friends. You feel what I'm saying? You still have people around. You still can pick up the phone and be like, hey, what's going on? How you doing? When you lonely, you don't have no companions. You are in solitary. You're remote. You feel what I'm saying? You're a heavy introvert. Okay, like you're just not dealing with anyone or anybody at all. Then that's lonely. Okay, then you can say loneliness. Okay, you just choose and refuse to deal with anyone, and again, that's choice. So, a part of the whole relationship rush is that many people aren't dealing with both of those issues. They're mistaking their alone for being lonely. You feel me? And so again, I have to speak. I have to speak about something that my sister and I spoke about. Of course, we're not meant to live life alone. We're not. We're not at all. No matter what you're dealing with, no matter what spiritual practice you're dealing with, we're not meant to deal and to live life alone. And that's totally understandable. But the question is, why are you rushing to be attached to someone who possibly could not be good for you? It's just the truth. The person may not be good for you. So when you begin to analyze these things, and my girl T Boo Marie says, as a single woman, I will wait as long as it takes for my companion. Yo, that's dope. You can wait as long as you want. Take your time. Breathe. All right. Let's talk about breathe for a second. You feel me? A lot of times when we get into these chat rooms, or we meet people online and we meet people on dating sites and things like that, the question is, do you ask questions? Okay. Do you ask enough questions? A lot of times we be on all types of websites. We go look up things. We looking for vacations. We looking for cars. We looking on other people's pages. We doing all that stuff, right? But how come many of us don't take the time to look up the particular questions that we need to ask for us to pursue, or in the pursuit of relationship? Okay. Now understand what I'm saying. I'm not just talking about in a romantic space. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not just talking about that. I'm talking about also in a friendship space. You feel me? You can go. You can pop on online and go to a therapist website, or in a therapist chat room, or you can punch in questions to ask a mate. You know what I mean? A female or a male. You can punch that stuff in, and you can actually ask those questions. You feel what I'm saying? Yo, listen, I had a list of 200 questions that I had jumped off and popped off on. You feel what I'm saying? I found all these tonight. You feel what I'm saying? I'm saying to myself, wow, it's freezing up, cuz. Okay, you can go to the YouTube page and you can type in Vince Pass. For anyone that's having problems watching it on my Vince Pass IG page, you can actually go to my YouTube page. I'll pin it. Actually, I'll pin it up right now. Let me go ahead and do that. Let me see if I got that. Hold up. Sorry about that, y'all. They was having some trouble over here on this page. So I'll tell you what it is, because if you hit the link, it won't come up anyway. So it's www.youtube.com/Vince Pass 1. You can go to the YouTube page. You can catch it there. So again, are we asking the right questions? Are we asking questions about career? Are we asking questions about family? Are we asking questions about values? You dig what I'm saying? My man Will says, people don't want to learn about their mate, afraid of the answer, that they might not be what they expect to want. Okay, yeah, it's true. They may not want or expect those answers. But I'm going to talk about that too, Will. Okay, so asking the right questions in these stages. Friendship is important. I don't know how anybody feels. I'm going to tell you. Before I got to this place in my life, you dig what I'm saying, and being divorced now, I had to tell you, man, that I thought that I was being a friend to any woman that I was dealing with. Even my wife, even though we lasted 14 and a half years, okay, was I ever my wife's friend? And then I go back and I said, wait a minute, yo, I really wasn't my wife's friend all that time. And that's real rap. I wasn't her friend. Then what was I? And I had to ask myself that. What was I to my ex-wife all of this time that we were together? Was I a stranger to her? You feel what I'm saying? Was I a stranger to her? I believe to some degree I was a stranger to her as she was a stranger to me because we never had a friendship. Because at the end of the day, if the relationship in that season isn't working on a romantic level, you have to be able to dumb it down to get back to where you once were. And it's work. It's work. I will never tell anyone, yo, break up with your dude, break up with your woman. I will never tell you that because no one never told me that. You feel what I'm saying? No one never told me that. No one ever said, yo, Vince, break up with your wife. You know what I'm saying? Get rid of her. No one never said that. You know what I'm saying? I would never tell anyone that. You dig what I'm saying? So for all you people that's out there that's telling people to break up with their mates and things like that, yo, stop telling them that. Okay? Stop. All right? Stop being a relationship counselor when you're still dealing with relationship trauma yourself. Everyone is not dealing with the same space you're dealing in. You know what I'm saying? So, that's just real. You dig what I mean? So not being afraid to ask the right questions is one. So T Boo Marie says she asked a question, all right, and I'm gonna answer. I'm gonna ask it for her. She said it's off topic. So if you're looking on the screen right now, as you can see her topic, okay, it says, I know this is off topic, but I would like to ask for you an opinion as a man. Most men won't date me because I don't have kids. Why is that? You know what? T-Boo, that's different. That's a different kind of question. Because I've never even heard that before. I would think some man would run to you and be like, yo, you don't got no kids? Yo, we in there. You feel what I'm saying? We in there. The answer I would give to you for that is this. Are you asking them the right questions? And the next question is, what type of man are you actually attracting that is not willing to come forth to answer that truthfully? You feel me? There's a truth in there somewhere that why they're not. Is it that you don't want kids, or is it that you just don't have kids? You feel what I'm saying? So my question would be that to you right now is that you don't want kids, or you just don't have kids. Now I know you don't have kids. You feel what I'm saying? But do you want kids? And if it's no, then guess what? If the man that you're talking to doesn't want to deal with you because of that, guess what? Move on. There's someone out there that's going to appreciate you for who you are, just being you. Just continue to be that. And it's not off topic. It's definitely on topic because you found this out in the stage in which you are having the conversation to get to know the person. All right. The thing that I say to all of you that's out here that's listening, we got to be clear about what we're looking for. And it doesn't take a rocket scientist to say, yo, where to ask the question. The question is, why are we so afraid to ask the right questions? And I believe, this is what I believe, okay? I'm not putting this on anyone else. This is what I believe, me as Vincent Paz, this is what I believe. I believe that, again, like Will said, the reason why we're afraid to ask the right questions because we're afraid to hear the answers. You feel what I'm saying? We're afraid to hear the answers, period. Point blank, we're afraid to hear the answers. We're afraid to hear what the reality is. We're afraid to hear what another person is thinking. But how are you going to get to know the person? And then the question is, when they give you the answer, are you willing to respect the answer that they're giving and not shut yourself down? And then all of a sudden, oh man, I'm thinking I'm about to go into some traumatic situation. No, it's not that. You asked a question and the person gave you an answer. Now it's up to you and how you process it. You feel what I'm saying? How you process it. And this is why the friendship stage is so important. Don't let your attraction to someone confuse you into dealing with them on a friendship level and thinking that the attraction will help develop the friendship level. That's not how it goes. Now understand something. Now mind you, I am a victim of that particular set of thought. I am. Because I was attracted to my ex-wife before I got to know her. You feel what I'm saying? And the reason why, again, I can say that in honesty, you feel what I'm saying, and open and being transparent about it, is because it's true. You feel what I'm saying? It's true. I could have essentially caused and contributed, you know what I mean, inadvertently and not knowing, I could have caused a level of trauma in her when it came to dealing with another man. I could have done that. I don't know. Maybe I slighted her vision of the type of individual she wants to deal with. But also at the same time, I could have traumatized my own self. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I did. And so I had to learn over this time, when I started meeting people again, I'm learning how to be a friend to someone. You feel me? Like you friends to your boys. You feel me? Like yo, we rock until the day that we die. Boom, 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 boom. You feel me? I'm learning how to be a friend to people that I meet. You feel what I'm saying? And I have that kind of personality where I'm gonna engage you anyway. But I want us to grow in friendship. You dig what I'm saying? I want us to grow in friendship, and that's very important. And I think many times we go into these things with an unrealistic expectation. Okay, when we meet somebody, whether it be on a dating site, whether we meet somebody, you feel what I'm saying? Even on the street, we go into these things with these unrealistic expectations. You dig what I'm saying? And so, my man Will Nelson says, especially if you're digging that person, you have to learn your partner in a friendship level of communication. Once honest communication is established, the relationship will grow into what you're looking for. Friendship is more important than, okay? And let me see something real quick. It cut off, Will, what you were actually saying. Yeah, friendship is more important than relationships. Very much. Now, mind you, let's talk about relationship. Let's talk about being in relationship. You dig what I'm saying? So now we break down another facet of relationship. You dig what I'm saying? So now we're talking about being in relationship or relationship. Which one are you in? Are you being in a relationship or you're being in relationship? You know what I'm saying? So which one you want? I want to be in a relationship that's dealing with affection, romance, things like that. Or I want to be in a relationship with a person that has commonalities. We're having great conversations. We're talking on the phone. We're texting back and forth, things like that. We're meeting for dates at times. Not saying that that is the person you're exclusively dating, because on a friendship level, what happens is that you still have the room to date to whomever you want, because there's no confusion. There's an understanding that I'm not seeing you exclusively. Okay, what I'm doing is I'm building a friendship with you, but I also have other people who I see as friends as well that I'm trying to build as well. You feel me? Who knows, that level of thought may just turn into a whole networking situation, because hey, somebody can meet me today and be like, hey man, I just want to be your friend, yo, which is cool. Yo, we can go out for a drink sometime or whatever, this, that, and the third. You feel me? A casual conversation on the phone, whatever. Yo, we can meet up, go for a walk in the park. That doesn't mean that we're going to the place of romanticism and there's a level of affection that's happening. You feel me? There has to be cards on the table. So if you're not willing to put your cards on the table, you feel me, and play them face up, then with these hidden agendas that keep going on out here, you feel me, we get locked into these situations, and next thing you know, we reliving some other trauma all over again. You dig what I'm saying? But don't, we going into these things with these expectations like, yo, this is the man of my dreams, or it's the woman of my dreams, this, that, and the third. So we got to be careful in those things. You feel what I mean? We got to be careful, because especially as we begin to get older, you feel me, we, especially us being older, I'm 50. So, at this point for me, it's not a game. It's no longer a game. Playing with someone's heart is not a game. All right. And, being my daddy's son, I was that guy. You know what I mean? And so, I want to always apologize to any woman who I've ever hurt. You know what I mean? Because yeah, Carson, I did tell you something like that. I never wanted to once ever hurt anyone's feelings or lead anybody on. And if I've ever done that, I want to sincerely apologize to anyone right now who ever felt that I've ever done that. That's for me. That's me. And let me say this: I don't use my platform to rack up points. I don't use my platform for things like that. My platform is designed to be open and honest. You did what I'm saying, and so I just want to let you guys know I'm being very transparent with you guys this evening. But let's be clear: many of us make mistakes when people contact us and maintain consistent communication. So I have a question: when this happens, do you develop the wedding in your mind already? Like, I mean, some people actually have the wedding already carried out in their mind. You feel what I'm saying? Some people already got the wedding already ready to go. We walking down the aisle. You feel what I'm saying? You about to meet my mom or my dad or both parents. You about to meet my family or my kids. You feel what I'm saying? Uh, you know, I'm just saying that I appreciate that I appreciate that T Boo Marie. I appreciate that. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm all I'm saying is this is that the unrealistic expectation. Don't mistake because a person wants to be in communication with you that it means that they just digging you and they want to get with you. You feel what I'm saying? And sometimes it's not always like that. I meet people all the time. You know what I'm saying? Yo, and I'm not gonna lie, I met some fire individuals who got dope personalities and things like that. But at the end of the day, it's still about the choice that I want to make to be able to say, yo, listen, man, I'm really feeling you, this, that, and the third. I want to holler at you, whatever. You feel what I'm saying? And you have to always remember you have that choice. My people on IG, see her sparkle 25 said, thank you for your transparency and authenticity and honesty, cuz definitely family. You already know it. You know what I mean? That's how we was raised. You feel what I'm saying? If we can't hold a mirror up to nobody, we can't hold a mirror up to myself. Shout out to my cousin Chanel and my peoples up in Albany. You dig what I'm saying? But like I was saying, that we have got to understand that we got to get out our own heads at times. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times we stay in our head on a lot of things. Yo, God could be talking to us, be like, yo, that's not the one for you. We like, yo, God, I got this whole thing mapped out. Yo, she's not the one for you, or he's not the one for you. We still got it mapped out in our head. This is what we want. And a lot of times with what we want, and we know that it's not good for us, and we still go after it anyway, because we just drove straight through the stop sign. You know? we just drove straight through the stop sign. That's all I'm saying. We have to learn that there's stages and there's levels to this, and not be in such of a rush to want to be with somebody. If you want to just be with somebody, then fine. Let that intention be known. But don't sit there and blame the individual for digging you out one day, you feel me, and not calling you the next. Don't get mad. That go for guy or girl. Don't get mad. Can't be upset about it. Because you put yourself in a situation where you put affection, romanticism, you feel me, over the friendship that you should have developed and took time to get to know the person. You feel me? That's why a lot of times when you in this getting to know stage, yo, get out your own head. Get out your own head. And that's true, Will. Sometimes we think liking a person could change a person. You feel me? And that's not the case. Not the case at all. So, you know what I'm saying? We have to get out our own head. We have to understand that, we can't keep having these unrealistic expectations when we're in the stage that we're in of dating or learning someone. You feel me? Because dating is a wide field, okay? And again, you do treat people how you want them to treat you. You feel me? You teach them that, okay? And if you're not asking the right questions, you're not setting up the boundaries and things that nature, and people are not understanding where you're coming from, yo, you're setting yourself up for disaster. And I can almost imagine that a lot of times how many dates you may have been on that actually ended in a bad a bad date. You feel me? Ended in a bad date. It's cool to be talking on the phone and things like that, but let me get to know you through these conversations. Let me get to know you through understanding of what your position is when I'm asking you these particular questions. And we just have to be clear. You feel what I'm saying? Again, get out of our own heads. Understand that are you dealing with your alone or you dealing with loneliness? You dig what I mean? So all I'm gonna tell you is this. I don't know about you, but I got God. I got Jesus. You know what I mean? And I let Jesus deal with me all the time. I'll be like, Jesus, no, not time. No, okay, got you. You know what I mean? That's just me. But can't speak for nobody else. All right. So let's begin to bring this home. So let's talk about some things that I believe that's very important when you at these stages right now of meeting people, trying to find out who they are, things like that. Yo, time is important. Okay, because you don't want nobody to waste your time. Let's be clear. We don't want to waste our time. But time is important. But also, time is specific. All right, you want to be specific in your time and how you spend your time getting to know someone. All right, ask specific questions. Here, let me give you a specific question. Are you more of a work to live or a live to work type of person? Does your job make you feel happy or fulfilled? Why or why not? Okay. What's your favorite meal? What's your favorite meal of the day? Breakfast, lunch, or dinner? What song gets you on the dance floor? You feel what I mean? Yeah, all these things are in them algorithms on them dating sites. But here, you can go get them offline and start asking them yourself. Hell, you can go there and show up. I got 5, 6 questions I want to ask you today. Okay, then let's get popping. Let's get popping. What is this, the Spanish Inquisition? No, because I need to make sure that the person that's in front of me, when I'm asking them these questions or giving me these answers, okay, that I'm beginning to get comfortable and understand who this person is, so I can make a decision based upon the information that you gave me. Then I go into the level of consistency that you have with that information, and then we begin to move from there. Okay, yo, listen. Sometimes it takes months, weeks. It takes months or years to develop the type of friendship that you may actually want with a person. That's just a fact. That's just a fact. Why do you think removing sex from the equation is important? Because it gives you even feel to play on. Because listen, the bottom line of the day, I'm gonna keep it all the way 100. If you having sex with a person and sex is great with this person, you feel what I'm saying? Now you got a whole bunch of other emotions in the way of getting to figure out of what kind of person you really are dealing with. That's just fact. We all have dealt with it. We all have done it. We all have had our heart broken. We all have broken our heart. We've done these things. Some things, same form of fashion. But again, your time is important. So when you have these dates, things like that, map out how you want to have these questions answered. It's okay. And if the person is not comfortable with it, guess what? That person is definitely not the one for you. If you cannot ask the questions in your you're getting to know somebody phase. Period. And if you're not comfortable going out on a date with a person right away, you like talking to them on the phone, then do it. Do it. It's nothing that no one can do to force you to do anything otherwise. Do that. Stand solid in your position. Friendship gives you the opportunity to get to know that person. Who, like I said before, no affection involved, but friendship allows you to get to know who he or she really is. Otherwise, that you may not get to know if you was dealing with a person on a sexual level. Period. Period, point blank. And if you disagree with me, I would tell you that you're a liar right now. But it's the truth. If you're not dealing with somebody on the whole platonic level first, and you get to jumping in that bed, listen, man, it's a recipe for disaster. And how you gonna get to tell what type of conversation you gonna have with a person? My man Will said, leave sex out to learn more about your partner on an intelligent conversation about who they really are. Yes, you want to get to know that. You feel me? Now listen, no one's saying that they gotta be deeply intellectual. No one's saying that. But when you ask the right questions, you're gonna get the right answers. You feel what I'm saying? And I also want to address something that Will said earlier. We think we can change a person to our liking. Yo, we cannot. All right. If a person wants to change, he or she will change. Period. So please don't go in a relationship thinking that changing a person is your responsibility, because it's not. What it does is it brings a whole different level of drama, anxiety, depression, suppression, all kinds of stuff. Things that you shouldn't have to touch because it's not your responsibility to do so. All right? Rushing in. Let's stop rushing into things. Many times people rush into business. People rush into a burning building instead of running away from it. Why is that? Let me tell you why. A lot of times we want to put on a cape thinking that we could save the world. We can't. So we rush into these relationships and we're putting the unrealistic expectation on. I spoke about that earlier. We expect the person to give us more than they're either able to give or they're willing to give. Let me say that again. We put unrealistic expectations on people, okay, that of things that they are willing or unable to give, or they are unwilling to give. Right? Developing a bond with a person is more important than letting the attraction or sexual feeling that you get when your hormones or your pheromones flare up around that person. It's important for you to develop a bond. I want to know that this person is going to take care of me if I get sick, if I get hurt, if they're in my emergency contact, if they're going to take the time to really bond with me, to know what I'm able to do and what I'm unable to do, you know what I'm saying? If in a crisis situation, or if they're going to leave me in a crisis situation, I want to know. I want to know. I want to develop that bond. You feel me? And even if you guys don't become great in a relationship, great in a relationship area of romantic relationship, you feel me? You guys got a friendship that's deeper than any romantic bond could ever could ever develop. Um, T. Boo Marie says one of my issues with a man is trying to prove to them all women aren't the same. That's not your job. That's not your job at all. It's not your job to prove that all women are not the same. That's not your job. Again, you don't have to go into a relationship proving what every woman is not. The only thing you got to prove is who you are. And see, that's not your trauma to deal with. Now you're developing a trauma for yourself. You feel what I'm saying? I mean, you're developing a problem and an issue for yourself by trying to put on a cape and saying that, yo, all women are not the same. That's not your job. Period. Flat out. Not your job, T. Not your job. If that person that you're dealing with can't see who you are, right? Again, goes back to the friendship stage and asking the right questions. What type of traumatic situations have you been in? You feel what I'm saying? Asking about his values, asking about his work life, his home life, his type of friends that he like, ice cream, things like that, favorite foods, all that. Yo, listen, all that is relevant. Career goals, future goals, whatever. I'm not saying don't ask about his past relationship, but you can ask about a situation that may have taken place. You feel what I'm saying? That he may have spoken about, or you can ask a question that a concern you may have based upon your previous relationships. You dig what I'm saying? But at the same time, I don't think that anybody's going to sit there and keep going on and on and on about their previous relationship. You dig what I'm saying? I'm not saying that it's wrong for us to 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 um to get deep into these conversations. There's nothing wrong with that, because sometimes when you get into the depth of these conversations, you find out more about you than the person that you're asking the question to. So I'm just saying, you have to be willing to dive in. You feel me? And Stephanie says that you definitely need to be friends before lovers. For sure. You dig what I'm saying? So it has to be an understanding. Again, stop rushing in. You feel what I'm saying? Stop rushing in. Yo, the building is burning. All right, but it's that particular building that's burning is not for you to save. All right. And lastly, yo, building a friendship before dating. I say this is I'm gonna keep repeating this over and over and over again. You dig what I'm saying? Yo, for some people, this is a transition. Okay, getting to the dating stage may actually take longer. It may actually take you months before you actually go out with this particular person. Okay, who says that between that time that you are not to go out with other people? It's not to say that. What it does, it allows you, again, there's no superficial areas when you guys have a clear understanding of what's going on the friendship level. You feel me? When I go out with someone, I'm going to go out with you as a friend. I'm not going out with you as a lover. You feel me? I'm going to walk you to your car, still do all that stuff as a gentleman should. You feel me? But at the end of the day, yo, if you know where you are at in this relationship place, then, you know, in this clear cut, there's no need for lies. There's no need for any of that. You know what I'm saying? My girl Simply Lead on IG says she joined late, but people don't know how to communicate, so they rush to the bedroom. Girl, you are so right. But again, as she says, you know what I'm saying? Rushing to the bedroom leads to a whole different level of complication and problems. You dig what I'm saying? So, family, I know that we are out here dealing in a particular COVID time where, we're dealing with separation. We're dealing with a lot of death. We're dealing with anxiety of not wanting to live life alone. But let me be clear about something. You should be a serial dater until somebody is ready to take it to the next level. Be a serial dater. And you know what? You summed it up. And Simply Lanita says, be a serial dater. So all of you people that are out here tonight, whether you share this, whether you take the podcast on and you say, you know what, let me really think about this. Be a serial dater, okay? If you're not interested in dating on that level of going out all the time with people, that's fine. It's okay. But you need to make sure that you are meeting people who are not say looking to be on that level yet, okay? But looking to develop strong bonds. Because that's what's more important. You feel what I'm saying? That's what's more important, developing a strong bond. And yeah, you're going to find somebody that may want to take it to the next level. You dig what I'm saying? You may find 2 or 3 people that may want to take it to the next level. Then that's when you have to begin to make decisions. Okay? And listen, there's nothing wrong with having options. Because what happened before when we didn't put ourselves in a position to have options? All right? Yo, listen, man, I want to thank y'all for tuning in tonight, man, to this episode of The Chop. Like I said, you can catch it. If you want to catch it again, you can catch it on Facebook. You catch it on Facebook Live. You're on Facebook Live. You can catch it on YouTube on www.youtube.com/Vince Pass. You can look up my page, Vince Pass. You can catch it on IG on my Vince Pass page. You can catch it on my One Voice One Mic page on IG. If you want to play this episode over again, I appreciate it. Like, share, leave comments. I appreciate my peoples for coming through. Definitely coming through tonight. Shout out to Steph. Shout out to my girl T. Boo Marie. Thanks for coming to the show. My man Will, thank you. I appreciate you always coming through. My man loyal listener, Big Will in the building. Want to thank everyone out here that support Vince, that always give me a good word. Shout out to my old Westbury family, my man old Marvelous. You know what I'm saying? My family Simply needed in the building. Hey, I gotta get ready. I gotta come on your page. I just got finished. I got a request from you. I guess it was a Facebook request, and I can't get to the page. So I need you to hit me with the link in my inbox if possible. Yo, we're gonna get back here on Wednesday. You feel what I'm saying? Same time, same bat station. I'm gonna drop it tomorrow. What we're gonna be talking about on Wednesday. So listen, man, if you wanna If you want to continue with the relationship conversation, let me know. If you want to continue, if you want me to bring something else to the table, let me know. You know what I mean? Just let me know, man. I just want to tell y'all, thank y'all again. I love y'all. I'm gonna talk with y'all later on. I'll holler at y'all. Yeah. I love y'all, man. Peace.